Today is December the 3rd, and I'm coming to you with a new message. And let me see who the message is for. Come on, Lori. For the month of December. And I just got finished doing one for Aries, so it can't be. So who is the message for? Let's see here. Who is the message? Ooh, Sagittarius, huh? Okay, Sagittarius in the house. Sagittarius. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to have to do them next. Because Pisces came up for a reason. Okay? But, Sagittarius, you know what? Pisces probably came because they have good intuition. Some of them. So, you know, maybe you're working with a Pisces, you'll meet a Pisces. And also, the heart chakra came up. Look at that. Look at that. And what I'm feeling is like you probably will be more loving, kind, and affectionate if you meet this Pisces. And the connection, especially if it's a love connection, you'll be more compassionate and friendly, okay? And if you're working, you all will have a more harmonious relationship, is what I'm getting, okay? And so let me see what needs to come out, Sagittarius. Okay, what's that message that's going to leave Sagittarius learning a lesson? What's the message going to leave a Sagittarius? Oh, honey, learning a lesson. Look at that. Sagittarius. You know, that number 2 keep flying up for some reason. But Sagittarius, it looks like either you're going to be calm or this person you meet might make you calmer, make you pause and look and say, hey, look at that heart. Am I in love? Come on now. You know? Wow. And then if you meet them, you might be finding out things that were kept from you. Or you might be finding out that person you met is a treasure, honey, that you need to keep in your life in some way or another. Okay? And then what's interesting on the bottom, or those secrets or whatever's hidden, you might find out has to do with the law or the police or something, you know? Okay, so, you know, it could involve somebody else doing something to you, Sagittarius, or to that Pisces, and you find out what's been hidden, or you get a tip or something, or it could be a detective getting a tip or something in this. So, but I also feel like whatever the connection is, there's love involved. So there might be Sagittarius coming in love with Pisces. There might be friendships develop. There might be friendships, there might be relationships that, I'm so sorry, that end because you find out something that had been hidden or secret, and that law is involved, okay? And what's funny is, this had come up before, but it might be somebody who needs to be forgotten, honey. It could be an old friend, it could be somebody past, it could just be somebody who's at the core of the problem. Okay, that's so funny. How weird is that now? You know what other messages? Ooh, honey, need to come out for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is a lot now. It's not easy to be around you. Listen, the person you meet it might not be easy to be around them, honey. Your way of life is so different from what I know, but sometimes it's worth trying. Okay, sometimes it's worth trying. Sometimes you gotta watch out. I don't want to be like the rest. I know I'm different. Ain't nothing wrong with different, honey. Sometimes different is the best thing, honey. Listen, you may not even see it coming, honey. Sometimes being different, you don't want the same apple pie. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, because the apple pie is so good, you might be like, let me try some whipped cream. Let me try some ice cream. And you see what I'm saying? Just try it a different way. Ooh, I want to have sex with you. It's all I can think about. That must be a love bug connection that you're going to be running into. Look at that now. Battle is all I know. It is hard for me to put down my sword and choose my heart instead. Sometimes people, because of their past relationship, and you saw what I had come up. Sometimes because of those, that past that you might have been on pause, taking a cool down on, can make you not want to give your heart to somebody new. But sometimes if they worth it, honey, listen, let the walls down. Be yourself. Okay? Okay? I knew it from the start. Look at that. I knew it from the start that you made my heart beat. Made that heart beat. Beat, 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 beat. And nothing wrong with loving someone that you just met. You never know when it's gonna be a arrow shot. And it's instant attraction. And it could even be love at first sight. And I'm not talking about that show, Love at First Sight. I'm talking about the real deal. Okay? Now, Sagittarius, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a self-care message, Sagittarius. So what's the message is going to leave Sagittarius learning a lesson from all of this? And also when it comes to self-care. Message. Ooh, Sagittarius. You might be in denial about a situation. Because, that sometimes you can get into relationships or these cycles that you can't get yourself out of. Here I'm on my phone. Like meeting women that are just about what they can get from you. Okay? Meeting women that are just cheaters. And maybe this time, this person who's different is not a cheater. They're about loving that one person. Okay? They're about building with that one person. And that's what you want. And you might be in denial, like, can I really meet somebody that's not a cheater? Can I really meet somebody that will have my back? Can I really meet somebody that I can build with? And not just, and it's so funny, I can hear somebody that I know I'm close to. I don't want nobody in my pocket. See what I'm saying? So, somebody that's not in your pocket. Okay? But you got to let go of the old things, honey. Declutter. You might be moving. And also, you might want this person to come to your house and you don't want them with all that junk. So, it's time. And look at that. They're going to be charming. And you are going to be charming. Look at that now. Okay? Because either, a lot of people gravitate to you, Sagittarius, but a lot of people gravitate to Pisces too, honey. And you know what's so funny? On the bottom is past, somewhere, different time, y'all may have known each other, Okay? Well, it's going to be somebody worth that love. Somebody that you want to hold on to. Somebody that wants to just make you feel again. What other messages need to come out for Sagittarius? And what's crazy is probably the one that you had if you're already in a marriage of love. That you just want to hold on to. Come on, Lord. Y'all might need to let go of some things, to hold on to things that really mean something to you. Keep it in your house, because you don't have to keep everything in your house. Sometimes you can just declutter so you can bring in new, honey. What's the other messages Sagittarius going to learn? A lesson from, Sagittarius, just a lot. Just a lot, Sagittarius. My. So let me just start. Look at that charming card. She going to be charming. You going to be charming. Or y'all going to be going on a date or something. And this is somebody you can meet who's a mentor. Could be somebody that just motivates you already, that you have in your life. Okay? Look at that. You might go to a amusement park. You might travel somewhere. Do something fun. That's what I'm getting. Do something fun. Ooh. See that North Star? You're facing the future with excitement. Even the one that you love. Determination. Consistency is the key to achieving your goal. Okay? Don't give up. Okay? Especially if it's a working relationship in some form of fashion. See what I get? That collaborative. You never know. And, your viewpoint about money is changing. Look at that perspective. See that eye? Don't mean they don't have blue eyes. But to you, they have pretty eyes. And the best thing is you have choices. Choose wisely, Sagittarius. There's a lot of opportunities, you know, and not everybody is for you, okay? And I forget the saying, but not every pretty face is a good face, okay? Because some men just want pretty, beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with women that are nicely cute, charming, smart, godly, like, you know, they're into the church. And Sagittarius, you might be in the church, or you might be going to the church, you know, seeking to give your life to God. Or you might be joining a group that they're already in. Or you could be in any workplace, I don't know. Or you might be traveling, I do not know. But what I do know is, Sagittarius, is you have the choice to take a chance on love, and you have a chance to stay with the one you love, the one that has your back, the one that is your ride or die, okay? And then you might just be getting into something new, a new relationship. When I say relationship, it could be business-wise, or just a new venture. I'm not really sure, because it's not individual messages. This is, you know, for the collective, okay? And then what other messages does Sagittarius need to know? Ooh, Sagittarius, these flew out, and I'm going to take them. Is there any other messages that Sagittarius needs to know? So Sagittarius, look at that. Choose love over fear. Let go of ego. You can't always get in the way. You ain't got to be somebody that you think you know all that night ships. And you could be. But just let go of that ego that might prevent you from wanting to say hi, or how are you? Or you want to go on a date? You know, because you're just so used to a certain type or a certain way. Be yourself. That's why. Drop the ego and be yourself. And isn't this ironic? I told you about, and I'm gonna pull it back up for you because I think it's funny. I'm gonna release toxic relationships, honey. Okay, and I think this is so funny because I said to you earlier, you know, you need to pause or calm down. I mean, cool down. Excuse me. You might find out something hidden. See that? Secrets and stuff like that. You know, might rob police, whatever. And it doesn't necessarily mean a new person, but that forgotten person. Release toxic persons. Okay? Release those friendships. Release those relationships that don't benefit you. They don't serve you anymore. You know, the things that you don't know what they're doing behind your back. Okay? Or right in front of your face because you consider them a friend. You need to release that. And know that what's for you is for you. And I hope that you enjoy this month during the holiday, okay? And remember why you should be thankful and what Christmas is really all about. And if you don't have it, don't try to force it, okay? And if you're not used to someone giving you something or whatever it costs, appreciate it, okay? And know that this is some strange times, and people are leery and cautious. But sometimes you can let down the walls, let go the ego, and that person who's for you is right in front of you. And because of what's been happening to you, those in relationships and marriages, you can say it's time for us to do us and stop worrying. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let go, let God, let go, and do some things that are going to be for you all. Enjoy. I'm sending you love and light.